Welcome to another explainer. Look, today we're moving way beyond just basic vocabulary. If you've ever felt completely stuck trying to naturally express your feelings, your hopes, or your daily duties in a conversation, well, you're in the exact right place. We're going to master 20 powerful conversational patterns that'll literally open up how you express your inner world. So instead of just handing you some random list of phrases to memorize, we've actually organized these formulas into four highly relatable themes. We'll be covering positivity and confidence, hopes, preferences, and curiosity, navigating doubts and dislikes, and finally, talking about your responsibilities. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. Positivity and Confidence.
Now let's look at the grammar rules separating two very similar expressions of gratitude. You've got I'm thankful that, which is always followed by a full clause, like I'm thankful that you helped me. But if we use the word for, the math completely changes. We suddenly need a noun or an ing verb. So I'm thankful for your help. Just grasping this tiny that versus for distinction, it's a total game changer. It instantly elevates how fluent you sound. Let's see how this actually builds into a narrative. Imagine a really successful student. First, they might say, I'm confident that I can pass the exam, right? They have that inner belief leading into a big action. Then, after the test is over, the feeling shifts. It becomes, I'm satisfied with my results. Notice how confident that takes a full clause, while satisfied with just takes a simple noun. The absolutely crucial point here is how you logically construct these sentences. Think of it like building blocks. To express pride, step 1 is your core feeling, I'm proud of. Step 2 is our grammar rule. Because we use the word of, we have to add a noun or an ing verb. And then step 3 just completes the thought, my achievements. Snap them all together like Lego bricks, and you get a perfect sentence. I'm proud of my achievements. And that perfectly illustrates our final positivity pattern. I'm excited to start my new job. Notice that incredibly simple, direct structure. It's just, I'm excited to, followed directly by a base verb. It's a standout phrase that instantly communicates eager anticipation. Section 2. Hopes, preferences, and curiosity. Okay, compare these two phrases for a second. I'm interested to know your opinion versus I'm curious about your culture. Interested to know leads straight into a clause or a question word, but curious about, that demands a noun or an ing verb. Once you see this distinction, it becomes so clear, and you'll seriously never mix them up in conversation again. Let's pick up the pace a bit and talk about setting your future goals. Listen to these. I'm hoping to travel abroad someday. I'm hoping to improve my speaking skills. I'm hoping to get a good job. Notice the rhythm there? It's always I'm hoping to plus an action verb. That is the absolute best, most natural way to express your aspirations. Now, when it comes to daily life, think about this highly relatable preference. I'd rather drink tea than coffee. I mean, we make these little choices every single day, right? The grammar of I'd rather plus a base verb is your reliable go-to formula for politely communicating exactly what you prefer. Moving on to section 3, navigating doubts and dislikes. Let's anchor this section really quickly. What do we actually mean by navigating doubts? Well, it just means expressing your worries, your surprises, and your uncertainty clearly in a conversation without sounding confused. It's all about taking those complex, sometimes messy human feelings and wrapping them up in clean, understandable grammar. So we're mapping out 3 core feelings here that all use these beautifully similar clause structures. I'm worried that it may rain today. I'm surprised that he came early. I'm not sure if I can do it. By grouping these together, worried that, surprised that, not sure if, you can actually see how they function identically to express totally different flavors of uncertainty. Picture a busy, maybe slightly stressed student. She's trying to keep it all together. I'm trying not to be late. I'm trying not to forget my homework. I'm trying not to make mistakes. Come on, we all have days exactly like this. Using I'm trying not to, followed by a base verb, is the absolute perfect way to express that conscious effort to avoid something negative. Now here is an absolutely crucial grammatical rule for expressing a dislike or just a lack of motivation. Compare I can't stand waiting in long lines with I don't feel like going out today. Both of these phrases literally require an ing verb. You can't stand waiting, you don't feel like going. Nailing that ing ending, that's what separates a textbook learner from someone who actually sounds fluent. To wrap up our section on dislikes, let's really feel the emotion behind this one. I can't stand doing boring work. Honestly, I think every single one of us can relate to that. And the emphasis on the ing in doing carries all that frustration perfectly. And finally, section 4, talking about your responsibilities. Let's look at the exact sentence building math for taking ownership of a task. Step 1 is I'm responsible for. Step 2, you add your noun or an ing verb, all because of that tricky little word for. Step 3, you just state the duty itself, like organizing the meeting or answering emails. Put the whole shebang together and you get I'm responsible for organizing the meeting. It sounds incredibly professional, precise, and polite. Now let's group some of the stronger obligation phrases together. Listen to these. I'm supposed to finish my homework. I have to wake up early tomorrow. I have to clean my room. Do you notice the subtle difference there? Have to is quite a bit stronger and way more urgent than supposed to. But grammatically, they both take a base verb directly after. Think of this final pattern as your personal checklist for daily preparation. It is amazingly versatile. I'm ready for the exam. I'm ready for the trip. I'm ready for the challenge. Or I'm ready for tomorrow's meeting. All you have to do is take the phrase I'm ready for and plug in literally any noun to show the world that you are completely prepared. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've definitely covered a lot of ground today. But before we go, I want to leave you with a provocative question that directly utilizes one of the best patterns we learned. What are you excited to do today? Seriously, look back at the patterns we've covered, pick one out, and try to apply it to your inner world right now. Thanks so much for focusing and learning with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.